Okay, hello traders and welcome to our live trading session. Today it's Thirunapan here, founder of Master of Markets, Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today in this session over here, I just want to show you some real life charts over here. I'm looking at cable, and based on all the principles that we've gone through in all of the YouTube live sessions, okay? So take a look at all of them. And all that we are showing over there is that if you correlate three time frames, I'm currently looking at taking my position on the 1 hour time frame over here. Okay, so I'm correlating a daily, correlating a 4 hour, which is the one over here. Let me just reduce this one here, and that's the 4 hour over there, and then finally then the 1 hour time frame over here. Okay, so if I were to correlate all of them, the first thing that I am looking at for my direction today, I take a look at a few things. Firstly, I can see this is a top to bottom move. Again, here is a top to bottom move as well on the 4 hour. And however, on the 1 hour, it's a bottom to top. So there's not much of a correlation. Okay. Now, however, the other thing is on the smaller time frame, I'm having a bar that is closing above the stretch point. Okay, so that's my first cue that the smaller time frame can lead. All right, so you must always know that. Then on the other thing I'm also looking at, which is the distribution bar over here that has just happened. And usually a distribution bar is something that is at least 2 times or 1.5 times to 2 times your ATR range. Okay, that's what we are looking at. And once you have that, you have to be careful of how you then trade manage, which is very, very important, and which is what we talk about 3 different market structures. In fact, any of the terminologies that you are listening to right now that you want to understand more further, we've done 2 main video series which would be very, very helpful. We've done tons, but the 2 ones I would recommend, one is the traderstarterpack.com. So you can just type that in, you can find the link below this video as well. That's for beginners / intermediates who've been trading for 3-5 months. You should definitely take a look. In fact, sometimes I say even people who have been trading for 5 years, sometimes they don't even know the important basic concepts. So I will highly recommend everybody starts here, Trader Starter Pack. But if you do believe you want some really intermediate professional content, TradeLikeAMaster.com is another one that you can definitely look at, and then you can then click here to put in your name, email address to get the videos. So either one of them I would highly recommend for you to understand the concepts that is explained over here. And also, of course, if you want to get notifications while we are doing our live videos, hit the subscribe button below this video as well. Alright, so I guess that's that one there. Now continuing on with the intraday analysis. So based on that, what I have here, not only have a distribution bar, I also have a continuation pattern set up over here as well. So if I were to summarize that, strip off the opens and closes like what we were taught by institutional quants, you can see that you will have something like this at the moment, and this bar here still hasn't taken out the high of this bar, and as of now it's a insider bar and it's red as of now. Okay, not closed yet. It will close at 1 p.m. Now, based on all this information over here, you need to know your stats, because we know with our team over here at Master the Markets that once it closes above the stretch line, there is there's a 85% that it will form this bigger range from this open towards the upside, and that's why we have this in this sense. And I'm also seeing a continuation pattern as well according to this pattern over here. Okay, so based on all of that, traders, so is what then I will look at basically putting entry. So this blue line is where this green line should be. Okay, my stop loss would be for the low of this green bar here. We're starting to continue. And then my target is just for capturing the range for today, which is 0.8 ATR, which is 4132. I've explained the previous videos on how we actually calculate that. Okay, so based on all these principles, you can do the same thing for any other currency pair as well. So for example, if I were to take a very quick look at dollar Swiss, as of now none as close above the stretch line, so I wouldn't do my correlation studies as of now. Same thing for euro dollar, none as close below the stretch lines. The stretch lines are very important in the sense that they are very important to understand because that's the fundamental basis of how a bar forms. Everything else that you have learned can be overlaid on top of it. Let's take a look now at these positions here that we have placed. If you remember from our earlier recording and in looking at these position traders, we entered on the blue line over here and then stop loss for the red, green line for the target based on range studies. Okay, so as you can see over here in terms of the accounts in the last two trades even for this month, we can see that based on the same concept, we took a very small profit, £290, another one here at 120, which was just today, based on that rationale that I had mentioned. Okay, so entering basically on a continuation pattern and on the statistics that once it closes above the stretch, the BRO is formed to the opposite, to that direction alone, 80–84% of the time. That's how we are making it. And also do remember, some people might say that the last thing I want you all to take note of is, some people might say, hey Thiru, the risk over here is 20 pips, but you're only getting like 12 pips. It's not even 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. This is why in my previous videos I've mentioned that that was what we call expected. What you need to look at is actually how is your strategy performing. Okay, actually according to here, so far in terms of the profits, there has been no actual average loss yet. So do not get fooled by expected. That's another myth. You must look at your actual on how the system performs in real time. Okay, so as I've explained in my previous videos as well, which you should highly recommend to go and watch, and which a lot of people tell us that, you know what, nobody gives content, a quality content like you guys. You have to go and watch all of them to put the whole picture together. Then it will all start to make sense. In my previous video I talked about 3-4 statistics that you must know. I will highly recommend for you all to do that and keep practicing that as well. Alright, so that's that from me. Just a quick reminder, Trader Starter Pack, if you haven't watched it yet, for beginners/intermediates and intermediate/professionals, then you should look at tradelikeamaster.com, put in your name and email address and start watching them. Any questions, you can always come back to us, book a coaching session. We'll be more than happy to help. We are very passionate in this mission forward to spread the truth of trading. Alright traders, that's all from me now on this session of this video. As we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.